You are once again welcome to Inima Biafra TV Treasury of Excellent Knowledge. I am your servant evangelist Inima Carlo. I greet you on my personal behalf. I greet you on the behalf of the Lord, the owner, the creator, and the Messiah and the Redeemer of the whole universe, Jesus the Christ. And I say to you, special good morning from my base. Time from here is 11:33 a.m. today, being Saturday, the 23rd of this month of April 2022. And I want to talk about the topic as appeared on the screen, which says, who made Simon EKPA the Biafra spokesperson? Who actually made Simon EKPA the Biafra spokesperson? Simon EKPA has claimed that he speaks for the Biafrans, that the Biafrans listen to him. That is, he is the person in charge, claiming to be the voice of Biafra until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out. But the voice of Biafra, which they had opened under the movement of the autopilot, is actually the voice of betrayers, when it should be voice of Biafra, because they claim that it is voice of Biafra to be speaking on behalf of the Biafrans, claiming to be fighting criminalities and the criminals in IPOB, only for us to eventually realize that these people had just come to use the autopilot to destroy all of the legacies Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had kept in place and handed over to the DOS to take charge of in his absence. And the autopilot is actually established to replace IPOB, to hijack Biafra struggle, and for them to control everything. It is all about them destroying everything about IPOB and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu while they take over to hand everything over to the Nigerian government and to the international colonists. This is what autopilot actually represents, irrespective of in which of the disguise they appear to the people. Because we are now beginning to realize the truth and the secret of the autopiloters by their actions, by their steps, by their products. We begin to know whom exactly they are, as it is being displayed just before us. But the essence of this particular short program is that Simon EKPA had claimed to be the spokesman for Biafrans now until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out. But nobody had officially met Simon, so the autopiloters has no authority to make Simon as such, because Simon EKPA does not represent me. Simon EKPA does not represent IPOB. Simon EKPA does not represent the entirety of Biafrans. I don't know who made him the Biafra spokesperson. Is it Nelly Ofebu? Nelly Ofebu is not a Biafran. Nelly Ofebu is an Iduist. Uwasofa is an Iduist. Nsiman Sobong is an Iduist. Simon EKPA is also a hypocrite who claims to be a Biafran while he is sponsoring the Iduism activities. So, who actually made Simon EKPA the Biafra spokesperson? And in what regard is Simon EKPA the Biafra spokesperson? So, because when this comment is made like this, people do not actually understand the in-depthness of such a comment, and that is the reason I have come to explain. People may be spokespeople or spokesperson to be speaking evil or to be betraying or to be selling out those they speak for. For example, all of the Igbo politicians are the spokespeople of the Igbos. Yet they go there to speak on our behalf for their selfish interests, for their pockets, for their wealth. for their position, for their political interests, and ending up selling us out for enslavement and for murder by the Fulani terrorist government of Nigeria. The case is the same with that of the autopilots, of which Simon Ekpa is the chairman. That is, there is no difference between what the Igbo politicians, the Biafran politicians under the Nigerian government had been doing to all of us from what the autopilot and the Simon Ekpa are doing to us. Because we cannot keep quiet at this point in time and watch, not even outsiders. If it has been the Buhari that said this, I would take it I would take it less serious than someone who claims to be a Biafran, who claims to be Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's disciple, who claims to be protecting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's legacy, but going out to be selling the Biafra struggle, destroying the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's legacy, funding and supporting the Idu movement in all ramifications, even protecting Nelly of Ebu who come to cost Biafra, to cost the entirety of Biafra and the cost all of us, the Biafrans. Simon Ekpa is ardent to protecting her while still claiming that he is the spokesperson for Biafrans. What had caused all this? It is because of the memo having been issued to sue Simon Ekpa by the IPOB and the Igbo group in Germany. That is the reason Simon Ekpa has said so. And Simon Ekpa is saying this to distract all of us, the Biafrans, compelling people to ignore the memo having been served against him. That is the game he is playing here. I know that the majority of our people will fall for that tricks because the majority of us are gullible. But it is not for the people like me. It is not for the people like me. Simon Ekpa was doing all he had been doing all this while because I never knew he was false. I thought he was real. I thought he was truthful. I never know he is a satanic liar. So for this reason, I have come to bring to comprehension, to recomprehension into the medulla oblongata of our people what is actually playing out from the statement Simon Ekpa had made. And it is because of those who should continue to be writing against him. As we know, IPOB, even we say IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu established the IPOB Media and the Publicity Secretary in the person of Emma Powerful. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu decided not to reveal his identity. And it is because of a time like this. Because if everybody knows him, people, Nelly Owumiri can send people to stop him, to confront him along the road and to kill him. That is the vision Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had all this while and never made their identity public. So a more powerful has some time ago showcased, and his photo being showcased in one of his interview with the BBC Igbo. So Simon Ekpa, in his deceitful lies, claimed that the Emma Powerful is actually Fine Boy, which is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's younger brother, Emmanuel Okwu Kanu, of which that is a lie. It is not true. Emma Powerful is a different person. Fine Boy, which is Emmanuel Kanu, is a different person. The two of them are different. They are not the same person. But Simon Ekpa trying to complicate the issue so that people will be distracted until they hunt down whomsoever they want to hunt down. And as I speak, I believe they want to hunt them down and kill them, but they have not actually identified the real person who is a more powerful, who always bring up the shooing and everything about debunking the tough movement of the autopiloters. And as we know, that is the secret. Simon Ekpa, Nelly Owumiri, and all of the autopilot cabals had made the movement of renouncing the DOS by passing on them vote of no confidence. It is not actually that the autopiloters had been right all along, but it is because the autopiloters want to make people believe that the DOS are actually irrelevant and nobody should continue to listen to them, neither to cooperate with them, but everything must be autopilot, autopilot, autopiloters, autopiloted under the control of this gang of criminals known as the autopiloters cabal. So this is the game they are playing. And I want to, from this program, make Biafra to actually understand that Simon Ekpa is a criminal. Simon Ekpa assumed a position he does not deserve. None of the autopiloters members deserve to be a spokesperson to the Biafrans. And the only spokesperson to the Biafran is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and no other person. No other person. No other person. If nobody wants to make him like that, I have made Mazi Nnamdi Kanu the Biafra spokesperson. If not Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, no other person. If I come out to tell you I am the Biafra spokesperson, you just know that I am the greatest criminal of the century, because I cannot and I do not qualify to be the Biafra spokesperson. Hence, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still alive. No other person is qualified to be the Biafra spokesperson. Hence, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still alive. So this is a taboo Simon Ekpa had committed. And that is to tell you how arrogant, how prideful, how disrespectful Simon Ekpa and his co-autopiloters cabal can be, and how they want to hijack the Biafra struggle, how they want to influence everybody and impose their monopoly of everything. That is, he had done this to tell the Biafrans, just ignore the memo, ignore everything that has been said against him, while we should be listening to his lies, listening to his arrogantly proudful, disrespectful comments gushing out from his loud mouth, when we never knew that he is a chronic liar, but now it is becoming factual, evidential, and undeniable to all of us. Before I will continue my analysis on this, I will go to play the video in which Simon Ekpa had said, that he is, oh, I've made a mistake. So Biafrans, Biafrans, you have had it. You have seen it. You have had it. You have seen it. That Simon Ekpa actually is a betrayer who had actually called
sponsored terrorists to run over our land.
Simon Ekpa is actually a betrayer who had come in the guise of an assistant savior of the Biafrans, who had come to impose himself as the replacement of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in every aspect. But Simon Ekpa is actually an agent of destroyer, working with Nelly Owumiri. And everything is evident to us. However, the autopiloters attacking dogs are still so ardent to protecting him, his lies, his deception, and every falsehood about Simon Ekpa. Look at Ike Oza. Say your doom is soon. For what? But in the recent, Simon Ekpa's doom and the doom of the hypocritical autopiloters is soon. Say DOS has sent you MSE, destroy zoo, you sold MNK. And that the reverse is the case. Simon Ekpa and co. sold MNK while we are the people destroying the zoo. But your reverse psychology is no longer effective because we have come to know that Simon Ekpa is a chronic liar. Say, Mr. Man, talk against Fulani. Yes, that is what I am doing because I am talking against Simon Ekpa, who is talking in the favor of the Fulanis in the guise of talking against the Fulanis. He will do exposés against the Fulanis, deceiving Biafrans, while he comes from the behind and be shooting at the Biafrans. That is what Simon Ekpa and the autopiloters are doing, which you cannot actually understand. And that is the reason I have come to take you to a superior and excellent level of reasoning for you to be understanding what is exactly playing out before you that you do not understand. And if you are still ardent to hypocritically supporting Simon Ekpa, you are doing that to the doom of the entirety of the Biafrans without you realizing it, and only for your selfish interest. But if you have been doing it out of your gullibility, I have come to emancipate you psychologically so that you begin to reason proper. Say, how do I know? How do I know? Okay, how do I know? As the time goes on, I will bring some other videos. I'll bring some other videos. I'll bring some other videos about the statement. And from the statement, from the video Biafra Child had made a few days ago, in which he made mention of all of them, but I'm not 100% sure. And it is the same way Simon Ekpa claims and says that the DOS have sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. How did Simon Ekpa know? So all of us are still in the same category, but the investigation continues. So the bottom line of my response is that I am not 100% sure, but I want to make you understand that Simon Ekpa is a suspect. Likewise, any other person. So nobody can foolishly and blindly and gullibly overtrust him and continue to be led astray. So that is the reason I have come to say that statement. I made it and I can defend it. What is his evidence to attain, that is to authenticate his claim that the DOS sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? So Biafra Child said Madam Oyibo, Nelly Ofebu, Simon Ekpa are involved among those who set Mazi Nnamdi Kanu up. And that is the reason Simon Ekpa began to celebrate and drink and pump champagne. He played that video and I will use it for some other programs. So let us continue. I want to play the video that record the issuing of memo against Simon Ekpa and where he has said that he is the spokesperson of the Biafrans. His false claim, his arrogant claim, that is what I want to play now, so that it won't be that I have no evidence that he actually said it, just as the question has just come up. So that is the reason while I play it with videos. The videos are my evidence. This is Simon Ekpa's position on how governors sponsor killing in Southeast, and the video was streamed on the 17th, which is 6 days ago, 17th, and that should be Monday, 17th of this month of April 2022. So I will begin to play it from East 25 minutes 34 seconds, and for us to listen, and I will play it like around 20 to 28 minutes. Then we'll hear everything regarding the issue, his countermeasure about the issuing of memo, and where he stated categorically that he is the spokesperson for the Biafrans.
We have taken the responsibility to protect the life of our children and our women. And there is no amount of propaganda will make us to step back an inch. I want to encourage Biafrans that we have crossed the Rubicon. So those people you see today writing all manner of frivolous allegations against my person, slandering my name, I am going to start writing my own when they will stop. You know how we do it. So when they stop slandering my name is when I'm going to start. And when I will start my own, you are going to see action. I don't just come to social media to talk. I will start my own, and when I start, it is going to touch all of them. And I'm going to start when they stop. You see, the time we were warning these criminals in IPOB that when they are going to stop is when we are going to start. They thought we were joking. We gave them almost 8 months before we start striking them. And we expose them, and we make sure we block every source of income because they are career agitators. And today they are gone. So what you see them do now is anybody that is ready to write anything against Simon Ekpa, they are going to run to the person and support him. And, first of all, they deceived their illiterate Iraqs. They deceived them. They started calling Simon Ekpa is nobody. Simon Ekpa is nobody. Simon Ekpa is a short man. Simon Ekpa is this. Simon Ekpa is that. We did not respond to them. Today, that nobody is whom they are writing to finish government about. That's nobody who have taken it upon himself to fight for the interest of 70 million people in Biafra land are the person they are now, or is the person they are now writing everywhere. They are writing America, they are writing Finland, they are writing European Union, they are writing everywhere. And one good story and one good news is that the people writing this thing does not even make up to 0.05% of our population. So if they want to know who is the speaker of Biafra people, who is the spokesperson of Biafra people, they should conduct what we call online survey or referendum to know whether I am speaking for Biafra or I am forcing myself on Biafra people. I am speaking for Biafra.
The online referendum he is talking about, the online survey, is the system he can manipulate everybody and everything. That is the reason he proposes it. It is not actually he is real. And actually Simon Ekpa is forcing himself on the Biafrans and have been deceiving many. And that is what we have come to stop and to change and to emancipate the Biafrans from the deceitful captivity of Simon Ekpa and that of the entirety of the autopilot.
Responsibility, I have taken it by circumstances. I am taking the responsibility until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come out and release unconditionally. And by the actions of these criminals who are now writing to Finland and writing, they have started writing Finland since 2019. So actually they did not start today. By the time they finish writing Finland, I am going to write my own. I am going to write my own. And when I write my own, they will know that somebody have actually written something. So they are going to write and they are going to fail. One thing is that if you wait till December and you didn't hear anything, shame on them. We are living in a civilized society. Nigeria is a decaying and collapsed country, and we are not going to step back 1 foot from what we are doing to liberate the Biafra people from terrorist government. You see, now some of you will not believe that the people that you followed for many years were not actually fighting for your freedom. Some of you will now understand why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was shouting for 100 men. Why there are so many people in their as coordinators. Why there are coordinators all over the world. There are coordinators in Europe. There are coordinators in America. There are coordinators in United Kingdom. There are coordinators in Asia. Coordinators in Biafra land. Coordinators in Africa. In all these coordinators, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu could not find 100 men. Now you have seen the reason why there were no 100 men to restore Biafra. So all of them now have joined hands with the Nigerian government to hunt Simon Ekpa down. And I'm going to tell them that everything they are doing today is what God did to Pharaoh. Because you do not know the season we are into. You do not know the qualities God gave me. You do not know how God prepared me. Okay? So these things that they are doing today, these allegations against me are bound to happen. For you to know what God prepared, how God...
Biafrans, for real, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu declared categorically that he had not found up to 100 men. And by the time he made that statement, he could only boast with 15 men out of just 100. He is looking from over, let me say, 30 million men or 20 million men we have as Biafran. Let the children alone and the women alone. Let me say, among 20 million men, he is looking for only 100 qualified men to support him restore Biafra, and he could not find. So yeah, that is true. But the manipulation here is that Simon Ekpa take advantage of the weaknesses of the IPOB members. If we are to say that the IPOB officials are weak, yes, they are weak. It is evident, and that is the reason Mazi Nnamdi Kanu could not find up to 100 people right from inside IPOB upon all the numerous people we have, not to talk of the entirety of Biafra. But what Simon Ekpa does, and that is the system of the autopiloters, that is a satanic system. The accusers of the brethren, they will talk about the weaknesses of others, then taking advantage of such weaknesses to deceive the gullible, while the gullible give them their support, and they use the support of the gullible with their craftiness to manipulate everybody. That is what they have been doing, and now we are decoding them, and we'll continue to decode them and to expose them to you. Whether you like it or not, you will definitely come to realization of the truth coming out from this wonderful channel, the Treasury of Excellent Knowledge. This is Inyuma Biafra Treasury of Excellent Knowledge, and I am your servant, Evangelist Inyuma Carlo. Here we speak the excellent truth, the truth that people are afraid to speak, the truth that does not contain a preferential treatment in favor or against anybody. We say it the way it is, and that is the reason we are being antagonized, yet we are progressing. I am seeing your comments. Keep commenting, comment whatever you want to comment. After the end of the play of the program, of the video, I will come to respond to those comments, and thereafter the program will come to an end.
Prepared me. If it didn't happen and you didn't see the way I'm going to handle it, the way I'm going to trash them, the way I'm going to destroy them, you will not know how prepared I am before joining the Biafra struggle. So it is something that is bound to happen. For the past 8 months, Some of you did not believe in me until the attack was coming from here and there. The attack was coming from left and right. And by the grace of God, we defeated them. That was what made some of you to have trust in what I'm doing and to believe that I'm fighting for Biafra. They told you all manner of lies. They say Simon Ekpa is working for Nigerian government. And still, they say Simon Ekpa is nobody. I do not know how a nobody will be working for Nigerian government. Nigerian government hired a nobody to work for them. They say Simon Ekpa is nobody. He is a saboteur. He is working with Fulani. He was hired by Koremado. He was hired by PDP. He was hired by Atiku. He was hired by politicians. In 2022, April, we have come to know those who are working with the Nigerian government. It was not me that went into negotiation with Soludo. It was not me that went into negotiation of political solution with Nigerian politicians. It was not me that collected money. It was not me that they gave security cameras to mount everywhere. It was not me that started discussing with the politician. It is the same people who accuse Simon Ekpa of working with the Nigerian politician. Before Anambra election, some people accused me of working with the Nigerian government. It was still on this social media. The same people who accused Simon Ekpa of working with the Nigerian government were the same people who were seen campaigning for some of the governorship candidates in Anambra State. And we overlooked them. Today, they are still saying Simon Ekpa.
This is exactly what I am saying. I cannot defend both the DOS and some other IPOB members for not negotiating with the Nigerian politicians. No, I cannot defend them on that because I suspect them, and I have in several occasions made that statement that they work with some of the IPOB members, including some members of the DOS, work with Nigerian politicians. And that is the reason I call them the political solutionists of IPOB. I call them political solutionists. So I cannot defend them on that. But from their actions, we can boldly say that they are interested in their relationship with the politicians. Yes, that can be true from their actions, and I anchor my statement or my claim on their unwarranted cancellation of the Anambra gubernatorial election, which was past November 2021. Then, as Simon Ekpa has said, during that time, it was covered that few people, and namely Biafra Child and Ikengu Rago in South Africa, campaigned for Andy Oba prior to the election, which Soludo actually won. And Simon Ekpa has said that he is not the one who engaged into negotiating with Soludo. However, the results and the end will justify the means or qualify and disqualify and condemn the means, depending on the result. But now I am not seeing any positive result regarding the negotiation. Then also the DOS and some of the IPOB members may come today and say they have not negotiated with any Nigerian politician, including those of the Biafran land, and to be precise, the Anambra State politician. And I will know quite well that the ODOS had come openly to say so. So it may be an oral agreement which is not documented, or it is documented but being hidden from the public. Any of the either can be true. And as you know, I am not an outright political solutionist member of IPOB. I am a member of the IPOB Truth Bearers. We speak the truth. We believe in speaking the truth, irrespective of whom the truth may favor or whom the truth may stand against. So, however, Simon Ekpa, there is the possibility that the DOS are working with the Nigerian government, and at the same time, the autopiloters are working with the Nigerian government. That is what the area I am coming. For the fact that Simon Ekpa has some supposedly evidences against the political solutionist working with the Nigerian politicians, it's not a criteria to conclude that Simon Ekpa is innocent and had been a genuine all along. There is the possibility of them working with the politicians in their own way, and the autopiloters working with the politicians in another way. But the problem they will be having now is who will work with the politicians secretly, and the other set of people will back down. That should be the problem. So the autopiloters will be saying, we do the same thing you people do. Why do you antagonize us? And the DOS will not be bold to tell politicians that they actually work with the Nigerian politicians. However, in favor or against the both parties, we have no 100% assurance on how they are working with the Nigerian politicians. But I base my comments and my programs based on the results they produce. Based on the result they produce. You know, I am talking about who made Simon Ekpa the Biafra spokesperson. Simon Ekpa is dubious. He is a betrayer regarding what he has said, because Simon Ekpa is an Iduist in the guise of a Biafra agitator. So he uses the Biafrans to take cover and to win the people and to make money out of the struggle and to fund Idu where his future lies, under the control of Owasofa and Nelly Owumiri. That is what is going on. And it is evident, all of you know it. I am not lying against him. I am not lying against him. And you know what I'm talking about. I will not be playing videos one by one, but with other programs, I'll bring the videos to, after all, I have made some videos, and that is with the title, The Hypocrisies of the Autopiloters. Then Simon Ekpa's Hypocrisy, the Biafra Struggle. So I have made videos on that. Simon Ekpa's Hypocrisy, the Biafra Struggle. I have made videos part 1 and part 2. Hypocrisies of the Autopiloters, part 1 and 2. I have made them, and I will go into making the part 3, part 4 with current events, so that you will have more conviction regarding what I am saying. Simon Ekpa claims to be the Biafra spokesperson. That is the essence of this video, because we have not made him so, and the Simon Ekpa cannot be speaking for me, because Simon Ekpa is a betrayer who claimed to be a genuine Biafran while promoting Idu, funding Idu, even praying for the progress of Iduism, which Nelly Owumiri and co had projected to replace Biafra, telling us Biafra is a lie, Biafra is dead, Biafra is all this. Simon Ekpa supporting them and claimed to be the spokesman of the Biafrans, including me. Even I have not become the spokesperson of the Biafrans, let alone Simon Ekpa, who is a betrayer, to become the Biafra spokesperson. It doesn't matter how sentimental the autopiloters may sound against me or against this program, but after the program, this will be a documentation of the witness, so that whenever you come back to the realization of the whole fact, and when you have chosen to become realistic, you will begin to remember what I have said, and those who will not listen to me now will come across this video anytime, any day, to listen to what I have said and to reflect in the area where their mind will never go if not being explained. And that is the reason I have taken up the responsibility to be explaining to Biafrans, because what the programs I do here is emphasized on the policing, careful investigation and the psychological development, bringing the orientation of our people and redirecting them to focus on the real, in the reality of things, rather than the deceptions being played just before them that they are unable to comprehend.
Is working with the Nigerian government. I have come to be a bone in their neck. I have come to be a fish bone in their throat, and they will never swallow this bone. This bone will continue to hang on the throat of these criminals until we destroy them completely. And let me tell you, we are not backing down an inch on the civil disobedience. The civil disobedience, which is the modern sit at home and other civil disobedience in Biafra land, continues. It is a complete resolve of the Biafra people that they decided to embark on this sit at home, and I am supporting them with everything in me. So tomorrow, Monday, continue to be the sit at home in entire Biafra land, and nothing is going to change that. So tweet about it, write about it. The tomorrow sit at home continues, and we are going to continue until Biafra come. We are now in a liberation phase of the Biafra struggle. And those who are writing against me, calling me all manner of name, and the illiterate who are sharing that I said, if you are afraid to be called a terrorist, you step aside. I stand on my word. If you are afraid to be called a terrorist, you step aside. We have already chased you away. We are not afraid to be called a terrorist. You have called me a terrorist. Does that make me a terrorist? You have called me a criminal. Does that make me a criminal? I am not afraid of being called a terrorist. I am not afraid of being called a criminal because I am none of them. So you can call me terrorist. You can call me criminal. You can call me whatever you want to call me. It does not move me. It doesn't make me what you call me. I am not what you call me. So I am not afraid of being targeted.
So the mind game Simon EKPA and the autopiloters are playing on their on the thousands or millions of their followers is the millions of their followers never to suspect them. It is all about removing the suspicions of their followers from them so that they will gullibly keep on to supporting them and be attacking us, just like a Kogu Prosper is hereby attacking me, Ike Ozo. They are here attacking me when they should be suspecting Simon EKPA, questioning Simon EKPA, and the Simon EKPA will be intimidating all of them. If anybody wants to ask him question during his program, he will kick the person off from his program. But I don't do so. I don't do so because I am genuine and I have the responses to the questions you will ask me, to the comments you will make, because you can only talk against me out of your sentiment, out of your naiveness, out of your gullibility, out of your nepotism, but not actually with any confirmed crime that I have committed in the Biafra struggle. So I just want you to keep understanding the reason Simon EKPA has said that he is the spokesperson of the Biafrans. It is to make his gullible followers and the rest of the people to be ignoring anybody saying anything against Simon EKPA, while he will be blackmailing others, lying against others, and the people will keep listening to him without knowing that he is playing the mind game right within their hearts. That is what people do not understand, and I have come to be decoding them one by one, stage by stage, portion by portion, to bringing them to real comprehension of the people, and most especially to the gullible.
Terrorist, but I am not a terrorist. And these illiterate do not understand that even the record and the history is there. The history of South Africa, the history of India, the history of so many countries that have fought their freedom, even in the United Kingdom. They were all terrorists. It does not make them terrorists. At the end of the day, they become the hero of that nation. So I am not bothered about those who connect me to non-government, committing all manner of crime in the southeast. I am not bothered about those who connect me to kidnapping and all that. All those crimes has been there even before Samunepa was born. So I am not moved by that. And I know that a lot of this propaganda and blackmail will come. What is going to make difference is whether you have any evidence to show that Samunepa is what you say he is. And if apart from that, whether fighting for freedom is what makes somebody to become a terrorist and become a criminal. You can call me all names you want. The worst thing you can do is just to call me name on social media. It ends on social media. Those who stay in Germany, who don't have face, who don't have address, they say they are working in a company or whatever in organization and nobody knows them. I challenge them to come up with their faces. You don't just hang beside a Twitter and be posting something and saying you are writing Finland. You are writing a criminal complaint to Finland prosecutor. You are writing a criminal complaint and you don't even know address of where you are writing it. So if you say you are a human being, you show your face. I am showing my face. I am not scared of anybody. I'm not scared of being called a criminal. I'm not scared of being tagged in anything. The Biafra people knows that I am not a criminal and they know my words and they know what I have done for the freedom of this our people. So if you say that you are an Igbo organization residing in Germany and you are a group, show your face. Let us see who you are. And that thing, something goes.
According to Biafra Child, he said very soon they will show their face and the Simon Ekpa will come to answer the showing through the memo. So actually, the people may not show their face in the beginning, but they will eventually show their face. And every organization have their representatives. So the representatives or the delegates will be sent and they will eventually show their face. So it is not all about using counter psychology and counter motion of all sorts to be intimidating people to believe that it was nothing. Because the memo is all about Simon Ekpa and the autopilot using Biafra name, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's name, ESM name, and the IPOB's name to be raising fund, using the fund to be funding terrorism in Biafra land. So all of the Simon Ekpa saga is all about deceiving the people to keep the mouth of the people shut from questioning the autopiloters. What about the $744,000 US in their possession? And according to Biafra Child, said the whole amount of money that the autopiloters had been collecting through Umeri account is worth up to 2 million euros. 2 million euros. What I'm saying is evidential that Biafra Child actually says so. So with time, I will make videos. I will make videos for you to hear and to see. And some of you have listened to that particular video. Then it is titled Nelly reveals Madam Bridget's secrets. That is the title of the video. It is there in the IPOB Rapture Media. Then I will go to that video and begin to segment it because it has a lot of content where I will be cut them shortly. That is each of the segments to bringing out the vital statement as I used to do. So let us keep listening to Simon Ekpa.
To the Nigerian media who always come to write somebody powerless, IPO. Those people do not exist anymore in the struggle. They are all criminals. We have chased them away in the Biafra struggle and they no longer speak for Biafra. So if you continue to deal with these criminals you are doing, or you are just destroying yourself, nobody listen to them again. I speak for Biafra people and until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released. So those people that are always reporting that IPOB spokesperson, Yema powerless, say this and say that. You are reporting a faceless human being, somebody you don't know. You are reporting a ghost and a ghost will write something, you will report it to Nigerian media. Are you not stupid? The Nigerian media are the most stupid journalists ever. You are reporting an article and a press release of an unknown person, an unknown spokesperson. And if care is not taken, he will become an unknown gunman. You write and report unknown person. Somebody tell you his name is Emma Powerful. He writes press release. You are reporting it. You are releasing a press release. It's only in Nigeria that such thing can happen. It's only in Nigeria. You can. I don't get it. Somebody who is faceless, very stupid kind of people. You don't know who the person is. You don't know his face.
So, Biafrans, it is all about Simon Ekpa downplaying the issuing of memo against him and against the entirety of the autopiloters, and to pave the way to discourage the Biafrans from listening to such a memo, while the autopiloters keep on with their criminality of money extortions from Biafrans using the name of IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, ESN, and the Biafra to be extorting money from our people while funding the Iduism, claiming that they are working for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's release and for Biafra restoration, while in reality they are working against it. That is what is playing out, and we have not made Simon Ekpa our spokesperson, because Simon Ekpa has nothing to speak in our favor. Rather, he will only go and manipulate us. So for now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remains the spokesperson of the Biafrans. Emma Powerful is the person Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had appointed to be the IPOB spokesperson. So IPOB, it is true that all of us are Biafrans, but IPOB is the registered freedom fighters under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So anything regarding to IPOB, regarding to IPOB's functions, modus of operandi, and all of their activities, Emma Powerful is the IPOB spokesperson. Now, responding to your comment before the program will come to an end, he said, okay, let me continue from where I stopped. Ike Ozo, he said, all things happens in zoo, killing in Allah. This is only thing you want to hear. Yes, this is the only thing, because this is the key things we should be talking about, because all the killings, all of those things happening, the autopiloters, which is chairman by Simon Ekpa, is accused of sponsoring the killings, of working with the Nigerian army and the Nigerian police to be killing our people, while claiming that they are protecting our people. So when we talk against them, and you will come to realize that it is true, when they can no longer use the autopiloters anymore, you see the killing stopping, because they will not have insiders. So the worst is you, who are gullibly following them without investigating them to know what they actually stand for, different from what they claim to stand for. Ikogu Prosper said, brother, do you know that we are the problem we have in this freedom we are looking for? Yes, but I am not part of the problems. You are part of the problem, Simon, but the autopiloters are part of the problems. And if for real that the DOS have been working with the Nigerian politicians, not actually to restore the Biafra freedom, but for their personal interest, they are also part of the problems. But I am the solution, because I come out here to point out the problems you never can decode, of which Simon Ekpa is one. The autopiloters are some of the problems, but you can never decode them. That is the reason I have come to be pointing them out. Whether you accept it or not, it is true. until you decide to face the reality. You begin to realize that these people are actually part of the problems and they should be dealt with. Ike also said, liars. Who sold MNK 8 days? You said you don't know. Yes, I cannot defend that with evidence. Nelly Owumiri initially said it is the members of the DOS, it is Caroline Okrafo, it is Canon Takano. That is Nelly's claim. Since June or since August, when she emerged until now, it is getting to 7 months. Nelly Ofebu had not provided any undeniable evidence. And I cannot conclude, based on what Nelly Ofebu had said, no matter how people had been misguided regarding her claim, because she had not provided any undeniable evidence. This is not a case which we can just conclude vaguely without any authentic evidence. So everything remains speculations and mere allegations. They have not become realities. And in the counter motion, the autopilot has claimed that it is the members of the DOS, while the DOS members and all of the political solutionists of the IPOB under the leadership of the DOS says that it is the autopiloters. Just as in the video, which I will be segmenting later, Biafra Child has said it is Simon Ekpa, Nelly Ofebu, Madam Oyibo that are involved to setting Mazen Nnamdi Kanu up. But he has not also provided any undeniable evidence. Perhaps in the future, he will do so. He said, God will prosper. He said, my brother, be true for once. They are after money. We Biafrans are wise people. I have never said they are not after money, but I have not catched them red-handed. So, but with their product, what I still question them up to today, what is the benefit of the cancellation of the sit-at-home prior to Anambra gubernatorial election in November 2021? I have never seen any positive result for that. So the way you speculate is the way I speculate. Then if I ask you to provide any undeniable evidence, you cannot provide. But you may be right. You may be right. So hence you have not provided. Those who are into the business of working with the politicians and collecting money can never agree that they did so. They will always lie. They will always defend themselves. And if you take them to court or anywhere and you fail to provide undeniable evidence, they will also charge you for character assassination. That is how it goes. So you always, when you say without being 100%, without 100% assurance, then you make it known that this is what you speculate. This is what it should be, but you have no undeniable evidence to authenticate it. Say, by their fruits we shall know them. Yeah, that is by their fruits. By their fruit we shall know them. So the evidence we have is their fruits. But even the fruit, they can still be arguing and controverting over it. They may say that is how people choose to interpret it, and that is not what they really meant. Until as if we have any document where they collected the money or how the business went between them and the politicians, then we provide it. We have record of it in our channels, and they can have no reason to deny it anymore. God bless you. God bless you. And the program, I will not continue to respond. This is the last comment. So even if any other comment comes now, I will not respond to it until I come your way once again. Bye for now. I remain your servant, evangelist Inimakalo.